So hi to all guys, and today I'm going to review this Fender Stratocaster, an American one from 1993. You can read from here, sorry if I'm able to show you, that the serial starts with an N, that means 90s, then 3, that means 1993, and then all the serial number, that is the production number of the guitar. So I wanted to speak a little bit about those Fenders that were made in the 90s and in a similar way in the 80s. This one was in original lipstick red, okay, and I changed the color. I repainted it through a lutist, and I changed from the red to this green, and I relicked it through my lutist, and I have to thanks him. That is his name is Max. So thanks a lot, Max, and keep on rocking. You are a really great lutist. Okay. And what I wanted to say as first, that the 90s Fender Stratocasters, the American ones like this one, were are different than the ones they are making now. In my opinion, the Fenders that are built now are better than those ones. Okay, because those ones were in part really well built. Okay, I have to explain it a little bit better. They were built quite nice in the neck, but sometimes they didn't care a lot on the body wood and some configuration of the pickups and so on. But I will explain it now step by step. So overall, those Fenders were nicely good. Okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, I would rate them like 7, not more. And now I will explain all in detail. So, as first, the body wood of this Fender is older, and I have to say this, that when my lutist had to repaint the guitar, and he removed all the original paint, he found that the guitar was made by 3 pieces of older put together, like a lot of many guitars they are building recently. And but the quality of the older was not so good. It was even mixed for, in his opinion, with other, you know, pieces of wood that he did not understood well what this wood was. It was older, but he wasn't even sure of it, and the quality of it was not so good. For example, when he had to made the relic work here, he found that he could made some holes in the wood by just pressing the wood with the nail. Okay, and this means that the quality of the wood was not the highest one that you can expect in a Fender Stratocaster that is made in United States. Then, but I don't want to speak only of bad things about this guitar, because in ends this guitar plays good, and what they did wrong, in my opinion, in the 90's with the Fender guitars is that if you remove here the pick guard, you will find a pool. Okay, that is practically an empty space where that was done for being more, how can I say, practical on the configuration of the humbuckers and the pickups. So you could have, for example, with the pull in the wood, you could choose between having here an humbucker, a single coil, and another humbucker, for example, as well to have three single coils. And they made this configuration because back then, from the 80's, we can say that a lot of people were searching I wanted to be easily able to manage their guitars for modify them for becoming super strats. And this was we can say from one part a nice idea from Fender, but then, for example, if you cut an entire piece of wood and you build a pool in the wood, you lose a lot of tone on the guitar itself, and it's not a good thing. Okay, especially for guitarists that are playing since long time, and they hear the difference and they know perfectly how those things change the tone of the guitar. And was better, in my opinion, as Fender to remain to the to make the free holes for the single coils, or on demand a big hole here for the humbucker, and then the single coil, another hole, and another hole here for the single coil, but not a pull, because this thing cut a lot of tonality on the guitar and made them not perfect guitars, especially for the price you were paying back then, and even now. The Fenders made in United States. In this one I bought it used in 1996, and I paid around we are speaking euros. It's like 1,600 euros of now. The guitar new was around, we can say, I think 2,000 euros back then. So not for sure a cheap guitar. So I would expect that the wood of the body could be better, and even to don't find the infamous pull behind the pick guard. And this is the first thing, but I think the only bad thing, even if important thing, that I found wrong in this guitar. And then the neck is a maple neck, and I have to say that it is a really good neck. Is well built, of course. Is a Type C, as far I'm seeing. I don't know the radius. The frets are medium jumbo and 22 frets, and the neck is really smooth. You can really play every kind of genre here, from jazz, blues, hard rock. You can even make a lot of shred scales. So this neck is really nice. I always like the neck of this guitar in particular because when I saw it in the shop, I tried it without any amp, and I liked the neck. It was a love at first sight. It was really smooth, easy to play. Strings were well going to play bands without any friction. And I bought this guitar without trying it in an amp because I fall in love in 5 seconds. Okay. And the only thing I did in this guitar is to refret all the frets because I have been playing quite a lot with this guitar for almost 20 years, and the frets were quite frigging here in those position, especially because I was making a lot of blues solos, cops, and by time the frets were quite used, and I had to search for a good lutist. I found it, and I refret all the neck, and the result was good. I have to say that I had a few problems in past with the for keeping the guitar in tone, but I had only to put here some how I don't remember the English translation. Graffite, okay, is for enforce the neck here and have no problem with the tonality of the guitar, and after I did it, the guitar was always in tune, and this is a really good thing because this guitar has 28 years, and after 28 years this guitar is still rocking and really good and stays in tone. Okay, when I play a lot of bands or for a long time, I don't have any kind of tone problems, and the guitar stays in tunes. So I have to say that in overall, this Fender made in the United States was well built, and I did not have to went by the lutist a lot of time, only a few times in 28 years. So it means that the guitar in hand, beside the low quality of the wood, in my opinion, and the pull, the overall construction was made really well. Okay. Still in tune, and I did a few strong bands. And the tuners here are Fenders, and they are still the same the guitar was built on. And I never changed them, and I never did any kind of work on them for playing, for having a better tuning experience. And those tuners has 28 years, and they are still here and working really good. And here I don't have a Floyd Rose as I have on my Frank Strat of the Bambi or the Kramer, that you don't have a lot of the problems with the tuners here, because you tend to tune from the fine tuners that are in the Floyd Rose in the bridge here. But on normal Fender Stratocaster bridge, you have to tune from here. So you have to use those tuners a lot, and I used them a lot. And I never had problems with those ones. It means they were of quality, okay? Otherwise, they were still working after 28 years. So, what I want to say is that this guitar is a guitar they made for the 20 for the 40 anniversary of Fender in 1993. So, but it does not mean it has something more or less compared to the Fender to the standard Fender Stratocaster they were made at the time. Is the same guitar, they only put this logo on here. That is nice to see, but the guitar did not had special features because of this. Then I have to say that the stock pickups, the Fender standards, in original there was a free single coils. Here I removed the bridge single coil and I add a Seymour Duncan Jeff Beck because I need more hot tone. I play rock and hard rock, and I needed the guitar to be more responsive. So I removed it, and I have to say that the pickups that you were finding in those Fenders back in the 90s, sorry, were quite. I did not like much the tone they had. They didn't have. They had a lot of basses here, for example. Those two single coils are the original ones. They plays just good. They have a decent tone, but they are hardly comparable to the Fat 50s of a Fender, of the Fat or the Fat 60s of a Fender, that were more. They had a better tone. Those one sound a little bit nasal in my opinion. They are not bad in anything, but they are not even good in anything. They just play nicely. In my opinion, Fender, for the price you were paying those guitars back then, they could put better single coils. Like for example, I can say the Fat 60, as I told before, that were more responsive. Those one has an attack to the note that is quite. I have to say, we with a lot of basses that is strange for a pickup, and for a single coil. And I was trying even some friends Fenders with the Ibarra pickups or the Fat 50 that I have in that Kramer, and they plays a lot better. So if you plan to have one of those Fenders from the 90s, I suggest to change the original pickups because they are quite poor. I have to say it clear. But the overall construction of the guitar works, and the proof is that I still play with almost the same configuration, except from the Seymour Duncan here, since 28 years. It means that the guitar is a good one. Speaking of the painting, I repainted this guitar in nitro, okay, paint, because the nitro was the painting they were using in Fender in the 50s till the early 60s, I think till 62. Correct me if I am wrong. And the nitro painting is the one that made then the guitars to look relic in a natural way, because while playing the painting goes away. For example, the modern painting that is the nitro sorry, the I don't remember the name now, I don't have the right English word in my mouth, and the modern painting will never become vintage or relic, because it's the same painting they use in the modern cars, and you will be never able to have them a relic. So for having a natural relic on your guitar, you have to paint them in nitro. And this is the last thing I wanted to say about this Fender. I think I told you everything. Please subscribe, put a like if you like the video, and I thanks you if you arrived till the end of the video. It means you were quite brave. And see you soon, and keep on rocking.